like a dedicated teams duo do well instead of just like two top players playing together.
Yeah.
Like
although,
as much as Prof and Spark, yeah, they're like they
did win.
yeah, they did win, but you know, seeing like it was much funner to see them in R23, them versus R23 and Vanity Angel than it would be to see them versus
like a Skurso Rix.
Rix. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Rix and Skerzo. So it was fun to see a doubles team in final instead of just 4 top players, you know.
Yeah.
But on stage, Branspeed getting that quick first stock, really nice with that down air, showing that Marth can just, you know, kind of similar to DK, gets one grab and all of a sudden, you know, it's God, players playing these characters that, you know, it's just one grab and then that's game over. It's, you know, it's a hard life out here for people who need to grind for the stocks.
I do love that it's, you know, Marth is like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, man, it's a perfect analogy, you know?
No, I love it.
The two most similar characters in the game, Marth and Donkey Kong.
I've actually been trying to get Mo to play more Marth.
More Marth?
Yeah, because I'm like, it's just a better version of your character, mate.
It is, genuinely. It's grab and then up air a few times, you know. It is just, it's the same character. But yeah, R23 and Branspeed both kind of collecting good stocks, showing that, you know, with these top players, there's not a lot of back and forth. It's more just, you know, one player gets one hit and then all of a sudden they get 5 hits, you know. Yeah. It's the danger of these sets. Anyone can win because if they just land their combo games, you know. It's but oh, really nice edge guard in there, grabbing ledge. Do you know much about the Sheik Marth matchup?
I don't play either character very much, but I do like watching the matchup a lot.
Really
I think as someone who plays with Spacey and likes watching Spacey's play on stream a lot, this might be my favorite like non-Spacey matchup to watch.
Yeah.
It's either this or like. Part of me wants to say Peach Puff for like the spectacle, but
I played Peach and I had a puff in my pool and it was do you know Tommy N?
Yeah.
Tommy N is just, he's the most like obviously he's so animated.
Yeah.
So it was like not only was like I getting my ass kicked, but he was like just laughing and like, but he was like laughing in a way that it was like charming and funny. Like I wasn't even getting annoyed.
Yeah.
Like so.
It's a good time.
Yeah, he's but yeah, Puff Peach is. I quite enjoy Puff Peach actually. Yeah. I'm not actually opposed to it.
I think it depends. Like it depends on like what kind of Puff player you're playing against.
Yeah.
If the Puff player wants to actually play the game, it's usually fine.
Yeah, yeah. if they don't want to play just, you know, ledge camping simulator.
Yeah, just like jumping around in Dreamland. You're like, I can't hit you. Will you please come down?
But this game is still maintaining, you know, pretty even. Branspeed getting a lead with that forward smash, very nice.
I mean, I actually haven't seen Branspeed play much before this event.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him on stream, but I don't know like where he's ranked in the UK. Like I assumed that this would be like R23 favored, right?
It's a difficult one because Branspeed isn't currently ranked, but he's not been terribly active recently.
Gotcha.
So that's why he's not ranked. Branspeed, who as a player has been around for a while, is very good. Like Branspeed is good. So, you know, as much as this could be R23 favourite, it could still go either way.
Sure.
I'd say the only reason that it is R23 favourite is that R23 has been more active recently.
Right.
But Branspeed is still a very, very good player.
Yeah.
You seen it yesterday with him taking a game off Frenzy.
Yeah.
Had an amazing performance in pools. Playing with is the Pakistan pool he was playing with. The Pakistan Cruise, sorry, not pool. So he had a really good performance in Cruise, playing with Pakistan. But yeah, he's good. He is good. So it's definitely.
I mean, you can tell. He's doing quite well here.
Although R23 almost getting that edge guard.
Yeah. It's scary as well. Like as much as like people hate the Marth recovery, it is scary that like sometimes you just have to like gamble and up B and then you die sometimes.
Sometimes you have no control of it. Although almost R23 just avoiding that forward smash.
Yeah, making a comeback here.
Yeah, it's a really, you know, either player could that looks like it could be it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
really good game. Branspeed kind of having a kind of not, you know, prominent but a steady lead throughout the game. Yeah. But then R23 landing that nice combo at the end and doing really, really well to bring it back and take game one. But I could go either way. You know, Branspeed a very good player. R23 a very good player. Both of them as well quite level heads. So I don't think that losing game one will shake Branspeed at all.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what he's saying to the guys running stream, but yeah, still both quite level players. So I think that it will be an interesting game too, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, what's going on? Some technical difficulties. Well, technical issue on the television. bear with us, folks.
Yeah.
Branspeed's TV just having a slight technical issue. I mean, I'm all in favour of stacking the odds against Marth players, you know, but we still want fair play, we still want fair competition, you know.
For the sake of the integrity of the competition, right?
Yeah, so just bear with us, people, while we kind of sort this issue. Shouldn't take too long, but just seeing.
I mean, if nothing else, we can always just chuck another TRT on stage. Like, we have plenty sitting around.
Well, I think that the kind of good thing about the stream setups is it's two identical CRTs, the exact same like model. So
I see.
It's meant to be kind of fair competition.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, CRTs are magic though.
CRTs are
being the same model does not always mean that it's
CRTs
gonna feel the same.
They've all got the same wavy lines, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so game 2, going back to Battlefield.
Dude, we've seen so much Battlefield.
A
already.
lot of Battle. Is that every game?
Every game so far has
been
been a Battlefield.
Folks? This is what we didn't tell you, folks, is that in the rules of Fete 2 actually is from gold pools onwards, it's only Battlefield. I know personally a bit of information that Sheik's up smashes work very well in Battlefield. So I tend to not take Sheiks to Battlefield because their up smash and up airs like land at a really nice height with the Battlefield platforms.
So yeah, there's like poke the side plats then.
Yeah. So the side platforms. So I tend to not take them, but Branspeed is obviously a much more knowledgeable player than I am. So I'm sure that he has a method to taking R23 to Battlefield. Although I thought that was going to be a first stop, but managing to just get back on stage.
Yeah. Oh. Side piece. Oh,
still
actually makes it back
really
to that
nice, yeah.
And that was not only that. That was also the. Fairly certain, I'm not math player, but I'm fairly certain that was like the slightly angled up B.
Yeah.
Looked like, I mean, he went fairly like far. From down there.
Really nice recovery from Branspeed on the edge there, and then getting that forward smash into that first stock. Although R23 taking it straight back, so it's still a dead even game. We'll just need to see who can kind of pull ahead next. But with games at this level, you know, even if one player pulls ahead, it's definitely not over because.
No.
Anything could happen at this top level, and you know players can come back like that. You know.
Yeah. Nice take chase from Branspeed here. Yeah. Well, how do you feel about the kind of like I don't know, like this like meta shift where people really believe in the Sheik Marth matchup? So like we've seen it with like Leffen picking Sheik against Sane.
Yeah.
We've seen J-Moog and Plup both do quite well against Sane recently as well. As obviously the premier Marth that everyone looks at.
Well, I mean, as I said, I play neither character as well, so I'm not overly knowledgeable about the matchup. I assume that Sheik's Needles would work well against Marth's Recovery.
Yeah.
And also with Marth being a slightly slower character, which is what Sheik can kind of play into. Because Sheik is good against slower characters, being able to land those hits. You know, I can imagine that Sheik does play well into Marth. R23 really nice hit there.
Doing well in it, yeah. It's also just like, it's one of the few characters that Marth can't just like super flowchart edge guard combo, right?
Yeah.
Like you kind of do have to like look at some DI, do some like freestyle combos a lot of the time.
Yeah, Sheik's not as easy to combo from Marth as Spacies are. Which once again probably plays into Sheik's advantage.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Sheik's edge guard on Marth can be quite brutal.
Yeah.
I know if you ever see Leffen play Sheik against the Marth, it looks dreadful.
Leffen was meant to be here, so it's, but you know,
it's a shame.
Leffen and Hungrybox pulling out.
Yeah.
Disappointing. I know what one I'm more upset about because no one cares about Leffen, you know. So, but yeah,
the big one.
Really nice.
Oh,
up smash
nice.
there. Really nice.
Crazy.
Branspeed taking the lead.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I am quite excited about this game? If Branspeed wins, then neither players can take it back to Battlefield, so we will see another stage.
That's true.
That's exciting. That's kind of why I want Branspeed to win, to see a stage that isn't Battlefield.
You say that, but then last set they did go back to Battlefield in the third game.
Oh yeah.
They're just gentlemen's agreements.
They're just gentlemen's agreements to Battlefield. God. Top players and their love for Battlefield.
I know.
I am the kind of. Did you do the fantasy draft thing on?
I did. Yeah.
Did you do the question of how many sets?
How many Battlefield?
Battlefield. I kind of went for an okay amount, but I'm kind of starting to think that my prediction might be wrong. If We're going to Battlefield this much already.
I think I went for like quite high, like 10 or 11 out of 16.
I think I went around the same.
But then but now I'm thinking maybe I should just went for 16.